So up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today we're going to be looking at something that has been called the multi-rifting community, or there's a specific community that I joined, and it's called Rift It Forward. Now, basically what this does is it connects people that hate doing rifts with people who hate doing bounties. And the etiquette here, or the idea, is that one person does a rift, or player A does a rift, and then player A gets to the Rift Guardian. At which point, player A invites player B, and there's also 4 people, so I mean B, C, and D, but we're just going to stick with B because, you know, it's complicated. And anyway, so invites player B to kill the Rift Guardian with player A. And so player B didn't even do the rift, they're just coming in for the Rift Guardian. And they kill the Rift Guardian, they close the rift, and then player B, in turn, for being invited to kill this Rift Guardian, opens the next rift for player A to do. And so this way, if you hate doing bounties, or at least you're sick of it, like I am, and I'm also sick of doing rifts, I'm sick of doing both of them, but I'm sick of doing bounties even more. And so basically in this 10-minute video, well, this is a sped up video, but before I sped it up, it was 10 minutes about, I gain, I think, over 250 blood shards. So you think about that, in 10 minutes, you gain 250 blood shards just for joining games. Now, obviously, since I said before, there are 4 players and only 1 person can open a rift. So obviously, you're not going to have to open a rift for the person every single time. Usually, I try to open like every 4th or 5th rift, just to, I don't know, like not be a complete asshole. And the etiquette here is that you wait for the next rift to be opened and then you can leave the group. If you leave before then, you know, that's kind of like a little shady, and so people won't really like that. I don't know how the other communities do it, but as I said, the one that I'm a part of is called Rift It Forward, and this has been like really awesome because I've gotten over 2,000 blood shards that I spent all on bracers, and I haven't gotten a pair of bracers that I wanted, and so tomorrow, I'm going to get another 1,000 blood shards, and I'm going to throw every single one of them away on those bracers. And it's only going to take a few hours instead of a few days. And so, I mean, when you think about it, this is definitely a very, very effective way of getting gear, especially if you're trying to get, like armor. Like, obviously, weapons are more expensive. Now, here, you see I only got invited by 1 person. They didn't invite anybody else. And so I kind of knew that, well, obviously, I'm going to have to open a rift for this guy. Or be an asshole. I would prefer not to be an asshole because then people spam and say, hey, you're an asshole, and then so everybody else that's online at that point sees that and they're like, hey, I'm not going to play with him because he's an asshole. And, you know, he's not going to open up the rift for me, and I'm not going to get anything out of doing this. And basically, as soon as I open a rift, I try to queue up another person to invite me as soon as I can, just so I can be chaining these things, getting as many blood shards as fast as I can and as often as I can. Now, obviously, another really good thing that's going on here is that I also get a lot of experience because every single time that you do a rift, you obviously can turn in a quest and you get, I think it's like 10 to 40 million experience, or you get 10 to 70 if you're doing T6, but there aren't really any T6 runs going on in here, obviously. And basically, you get all this experience just for joining this game, and so I mean, I'm not really sure how many games I actually do join in this video, but it's definitely probably about like 5 or so. And so that's a good, I don't know, like 200 million experience or something like that, if each one was 20 million on average. And so you do the math there, and that's like 1 billion experience an hour. And it's just, as I said, this is a really effective way of getting gear, and also on top of that, getting experience and just all kinds of other stuff like that. And as I said before, you don't always have to open up the rifts for the next person because it is a full group. Only 1 person has to do it. What I do is I pretend to be AFK at the blacksmith, and then somebody else invites it. I say thank you and I leave. And you know, as I said, I'm not a complete scumbag here. I do open up rifts for people pretty regularly, just so, as I said, you know, for the karma thing. And, you know, so people don't really try to say, you know, oh, Asmongold's scamming people on rifts or something like that. Don't want that to happen. Really like this thing. Don't mess with a good thing. Don't ever mess with a good thing. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Communities Rift It Forward. Just join, kill Rift Guardians all day, and open the rifts for the people who killed the Guardian. So, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.